Okay, so we're in 2.1 and we're just going to finish off a couple of these word problems. For those of you who don't like word problems, that's what the next couple of problems are about. And then it's comparing what you noticed about them. Okay, so it says, I'm more sophisticated than my sister, so I save my money in a bank account that pays me 3% interest on the money in the account at the end of every single month. If I take my money out before the end of the month, I don't earn interest for the month. Okay, I started the account with $50 that I got for my birthday, use a table, a graph, and an equation to create a mathematical model. So of course, Ms. Johnson, she's going to create a table because that's her favorite thing to do, right? So can you help me start thinking about this? When I create my table, what is going to be the input? What is going to be that output? What do I put here as my input?
Months.
Yeah, it's going to be months or just time, whatever you want to consider. So I'm going to type because my iPad is not listening to me. Okay, and what would this be? What would be my output? Very good. This would be my money. And then this is just for me to write notes because I like building my equation for my table. So they said it's after M months. So let's see. I started the account. Hold on a second. Let me grab one thing. So it says I started the account with $50, right? So where do I put that $50?
Underneath the cash sign.
Good. And then how many months is that?
0 months because you started off with it.
Very good. So when we work on equations, usually they'll give us a sentence that says, hey, at 0 months, we started off with $50. Okay. And then it says, read it with me. I'm more sophisticated than my little sister. So I save money in a bank account that pays me 3% interest. 3% interest in the account at the end of each month. Now, do you remember when we all did this problem wrong on our quiz? Everyone's like, oh, Miss Johnson, I know how to do this. You just take 50 and you multiply by 0.03. Do you guys remember that? What's wrong with this? After the first month, what's wrong with this? Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Someone says, hey, Miss Johnson. Uh-oh, I lost my little thing. Hold on, there it is. Hey, Ms. Johnson, the 3% will convert into 1.03. Anybody remember why? Why is that true? Why are we converting it to 1.03? Where'd the 1 come from? Yes, very good. Because the 1 is the initial $50, right? So if I plug this into my calculator, right, and I go to my favorite Desmos, and I say, okay, well, 50 times 0.03, we talked about this before, right? If I deposit $50 into my bank, and then I go in there at the end of the month and it's $1.50, what would you all say to the bank? You robbers, you took my money. Why? Oh, why did you take my money? Right? Something like that. So that's where the 1.03 comes from. So this needs to be 1.03, not 0.03. So if I did that, what would it actually be? Sorry, let's put it on the next one. 50 times 1.03, $51.50. Do you see the 150 right there? Do you see the 150 right there? It's the 150 plus your $50, right? And then you continue at month 2. How much would it be? What's the calculation? Not the actual answer.
$53.
No, I don't want a number, and I think that's wrong. I actually want the calculation. How do you get it? Yeah, very good. Okay, I'm gonna just snip this so I don't have to even type it because I'm just Oops, sorry. Johnson, why don't you type it? Is it really that hard typing? No, it's I literally want you guys to see that your classmates are doing it, not I. So the duck. So then I put this one right here. It's 50 times 3, 50 times 1.03 times 1.03. And then it continues and continues and continues. So you should be able to, some of you are already constructing your equation. But for the sake of this, I want people to see what would be next for the third month. How much is that? So by the way, when you actually do this, it is not $53. It's 50 times 1.03 times 1.03 times 1.03. And then I would tell you guys, oh my gosh, is there a better way for me to write this instead of multiplying all those 1.03s? Oh, it's so long. It takes forever, right? Oops, sorry. I was only supposed to be doing 2. So 2 of them is not $53. It's $53.05. And some of you are like, Ms. Johnson, that 5 cents, is it going to make a difference? Actually, yeah, it does. Right? Because I hope someone doesn't say, oh, Ms. Johnson, it's $53 because it's $1.50 plus $1.50, that's 53. No. Right? Okay, yes, and exactly. Someone says, hey, Ms. Johnson, it's for that third one there, it's going to be 50 times 1.03 times 1.03 times 1.03. I'll copy that, put it here. Oh, that's gigantic-ish. Oh, it's because I put it in the table. Look at that. I put it in the table, guys. All right, look at that. Ah, right? Oh my gosh, I wish I can like stop writing all these 1.03s. Is there a faster way to put 1.03 times 1.03 times 1.03? Oh, I wish there was, right? And then everyone's like, yes, Ms. Johnson, I got you. It's exponents. You're right. Okay, so that's what I'm going to write over here. So this is 50 times 1.03. And then this one is going to be 50 times 1.03 to the second. Oops, not at. To the, sorry. To the second. And again, if you want to be fancy like me, you want to put that as a math equation, you just click math right here. And then it's going to make it look all pretty. See? Okay. And then if I wanted to do that here, then I could do that here too. 50 times 1.03 to the third, someone says. Ms. Johnson, where'd you get that 3 from? Someone, where did I get that 3 from? Where did I get that 3 from? Yeah, it's the number of months. Perfect. So then if I write, I'm trying to be fancy here. This is the letter M. And why are you using M, Ms. Johnson? Because they told me to use the letter M, right? What would that equation be here? Okay, now don't write it in the chat. Wait, I need everybody to get your equation together and figure out what your equation would be right here. I'm going to give you a couple seconds to type it in there. It's not going to look as pretty as mine because, right, Zoom chat doesn't allow you to put exponents up there. I get it. Try to collect some of my participation points here. All you guys all type it in. Are you typing it in? Are you done typing it in yet? Don't type it in yet. Oh, and I want it to be to the public. Sorry. I know, so confusing, Ms. Johnson. I want you to type it into the public, not to me, not right now. Oh, you guys did it. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Okay, so go ahead. Type it into the public chat. Everyone hit enter. Ready, set, go, go. Yay. Look it, it's coming in slowly, but yet still it is coming in. Yay. Okay, now some of you are a little bit sloppy on your typing, and that's fine because I know what you meant. You can't be sloppy on your typing in a test, otherwise I can't count it. Okay, but I don't want wait, sorry, cancel. I don't want this to be 4 here. Look, it's not 4. Some of you are putting 4 here. I don't want it to be a 4. What letter should be there instead of 4, y'all? Okay, so then give me your equation here. What equation should that be? Yeah. Okay, fix your equation. Nice. Very good. Nice, nice, nice. Yeah, M. M means months. M means months. Good question. That's not a dumb question. Yeah, okay, good. So I got a bunch of people who know the equation. So I'm just gonna write it. I'm not even, actually, I'll pick off one of yours. Hold on a second. Boop. I know you guys get typos. I think you guys get typos because you're like, I can do this. And the what you call it? It's hard. It's actually hard to type math. You're not used to it, right? So there, this is what one of your classmates got. Pretty fancy, right? Actually, this is not what one of your classmates got. This is what 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 of your classmates got this. Woo, woo. And I'm sure some of you just didn't type it in, not a big deal. But this, I do want you to know that this does count. Like if we were in face-to-face, right? I'd be like, all right, if you don't know where that came from, go talk to your neighbor and be like, hey, where'd that come from? So if you're really getting good at this, right? And I'm just going to copy this and put it over here because that's what they wanted, the equation right here. If you're really trying to get good at this, you can tell me where every single number comes from. I can point to a number like this. Actually, for my integrated 3 class, one of the questions that I ask on their test is goes like this, watch. What does 50 mean? Hey, you tell me, what does 50 mean? Where'd the 50 come from? Is 50 my favorite number? Where'd it come from? Yep. Put that out to the public chat. Why are you just chatting me? Yeah, it's how much money I started with. I started the account with 50 bucks. Very good. All right, where did 1.03 come from then? I don't see no 1.03 in my problem. See? Read it. No 1.03. Anybody see it? Yeah, it's 3% interest. Now, because we know that the money is going to grow, we added it to 1. If this would not grow, but it's like, depleting, like this one right here, it's draining, we're not going to be 1 plus 0.03, right? We're not going to add it to 1, right? Okay, and why to the M? Well, because Miss Johnson, she was lazy and she didn't want to have to write all of those 1.03s out. Do you see? Isn't math great at with my lazy people? Yes, because instead of, it's one of you cute people wrote this all out. 50 times 1.03 times 1.03 times 1.03. You guys were all like diligent, and Miss Johnson's like, nope, shortcut, right? So math for me is figuring out a more efficient way to do it, right? So instead of me writing 1.03 times 1.03.1.03, I just went 1.03 to the third. Yeah, right? Okay, so that's why M got put up here. If I actually type it out, can I type it out here? Yeah, let's type it. It would look like this. Sometimes it looks like that. Sometimes it looks like this. I'll type it out like this so that you guys all see it like this too. And you guys are comfortable with this. So I go like this and I click my little math button up here and it's fancy. See, fancy. Everyone say fancy, fancy. Yes. Okay. So this is the, you're cracking me up. So this is the answer. So if you know where the 50, the 1, the 3, the M comes from, then you're good. You understand this. Then you can go over here to your best friend, Desmos, my best friend too. I know. And then I can graph him. So 50 parentheses or times, it doesn't matter, to the M. I'm not going to use M. If I use M, it'll graph it for me, but I'm going to use X just so you get used to it. So you're like, hey, Miss Johnson, I don't see it. I know, because 50 is all the way up there. So I need to zoom out a little. There you are, my beautiful function. Look at you. Hi. Okay. So what does this actually mean? So let's go back to context just so that we're all on the same page here. So we were talking about money. Okay. So right here, this y-intercept right here, 0, 50 means what? What does that mean? in the context. What does it mean? Waiting. You can imagine, like, I imagine your little brains with the spinning circle. Processing. Yes. At 0 months, I had $50. Exactly. Okay. At 0 months, I had $50. Okay. So then I pick another point. I don't know. I'm going to find another point that looks really good. Okay. This point right here looks really good. Can't grab it. Okay. This guy right here. Okay. If I let it go, it's not going to let me do this. But this says after 50 months, I have $219.20. I know 50 is a lot, right? 50 months is like 4 years. Okay. So you can imagine if you started with $50, like that's pretty good. Now you have $200. I know. Amazing, right? Okay. So that's what exponential functions will do for you. It'll have you grow really quickly. Okay. All right. So let's move on to this other one. Okay, your goal. If you were not able to figure this out with me, now your goal is to figure this out with me. Okay, at the end of summer, I decided to drain a $1,500 gallon swimming pool. I noticed that it drains faster where there is more when there is more water in the pool. That was interesting to me, so I decided to measure the rate at which it drains. I found that 3% was draining out of the pool every minute. Use a table and a graph to create an equation and a mathematical model. So you want me to do the same thing, Ms. Johnson? Yes. Okay, so let's make a table, Ms. Johnson's favorite. Ms. Johnson, why is it your favorite? I don't know. Because it's very concrete. I can see it. Okay, so here, what am I going to label? What am I going to label right here? Yes, minutes. They said to do T minutes. So I'm going to do minutes. And down here, I should probably add a couple rows. Table insets below. Very good. Okay, so here is T minutes. Eventually, I'm going to get to T minutes. Very good. What is this part? What is this? What am I measuring? Whatever. Why are you telling us what you're eating right now? That is so not appropriate. It's just because I'm jealous, not because it's actually inappropriate. Okay, you're welcome. I know. Don't laugh at me. Okay, so then I'm going to go with 0. I'm going to go with 1. And by the way, you can do this on Desmos as well. Do you guys want to see this on Desmos? No, let's not do it on Desmos because we're actually building our equation. So that doesn't make sense. Okay, so how many gallons do I start with in my pool? Yes, 1,500. Very good. Okay, so now what is happening? So I'm draining the pool. So see how here it's not going to make sense for me to put 1.03. Okay, so let's just pretend we do that. Let's pretend that you're like not paying attention and then you do this, okay? And then you go over here to your fun little calculator and you're like, okay, 15,000 times 1.03. Okay, again, you're draining a pool. You're draining a pool, okay? And then so you go out there, you measure, you're like 15,000 gallons, okay? You go away because you're not going to sit there and watch it the whole time. And maybe you make yourself a burger and you come back. Oh no, I know. You make yourself some bagels and cream cheese. And then you come back out. And then now you have 15,450 gallons. Okay. Is this going in the right direction? Okay. So with this mistake, you're like, oh, not a big deal. I know what I made a mistake on, Ms. Johnson. I know what I made a mistake on. Okay, so instead, what should I have done? What should I have done? What number should go right here? Remove the 1 like this. Okay, let's see. Let's see if that works. Okay, so I'm going to remove the 1. And then I have 450 gallons after the first minute, okay? Wait, so I had 15,000 gallons. And then after 1 minute, now I have 450 gallons. Everyone says yes or no? No, that's too fast. That's like way too fast. So 450 gallons is the amount of water that left. And when we say left, like it left in math, we subtract. So it shouldn't be, so for this one up here, right, up here, it was 1, so here, I'm gonna start, it was 1 plus 0.03. That's how we got 1.03. Is there a spider on my screen? Not on my screen. Oh, that's a asterisk. You're so funny. Okay, so this one over here, we're gonna do 1 minus 0.03%. Does that make sense? So we're gonna subtract. So I'm gonna write it as 1, oops, parentheses, 1 minus 0.03, so that you all remember where I'm getting this number from. Right? We subtract it from a whole percent. Right? Yeah, so it's 0.97%. So wait. You want me to do that, Ms. Johnson? Yeah, let's try that. See if that works. So if you walked out after a minute and you saw 14,550 gallons, I put one too many zeros, y'all. Okay, let's try that. Sorry, not 15,000, it's 1,500. So you walk out there and now it's 1,455 gallons. Are you guys all good? You guys are like, okay, cool. This is this is what it was supposed to be. Yeah, right. Okay, so where did we get 0.97 from again? Where did we get 0.97 from? Yes, ma'am. Where did we get it from? Yes, okay. So question, why did we add here with the money? And why did we subtract here with the pool? Why did we add here with the money? Why did we subtract down here? Well, I don't understand. Woo, woo. Okay, very good. If you don't understand context, I got a lot of good answers. I wish I can, wait, can I just, ooh, I'm gonna try something. And you're gonna judge me. You're gonna judge me on how sloppy this is, but I really don't care. Okay, sorry, I'm gonna, do you guys all know the term redacting? Redact, to redact something? You guys know that term? Redact means that I'm going to, hold on, sorry, I'm trying to scrub out your names so that the innocent will not be shown. I'm trying to throw off the names because once I post this, I don't want everybody to see. Miss Johnson. I know this is super sloppy, but I don't care. So this is what people put. Miss Johnson, the reason, oops. Oh no, I'm frozen. No, I'm not frozen. Sorry, we were a little dramatic right there. Okay, so this is what a bunch of your classmates said. Sorry, I forgot your last name there, but that's okay, because no one knows your first name. Sorry, because I don't want people on YouTube to know everybody's business. Okay, so someone said, hey, Miss Johnson, why did you add here? Why did we subtract here? Someone said we subtracted down here because it's draining. This person said it's increasing versus decreasing. Oh, so you want me to add when it's increasing and subtract when it's decreasing? Yes. So one is going up while the other is decreasing. The pool is decreasing. So if you don't know which one it is, okay, that's why I keep going like this to you guys. So then you walk out and you see 1,455 gallons. Is that good or bad? Right? Because at first you guys said 1.03. At first you said, oh, multiply it by 1.03, right? And that's wrong, because if my pool is draining and I have 1,500 gallons in there and then I walk outside and now the pool is overflowing, you would be like, would you walk away from it again? Or would you be like, shoot, there's something stuck in the drain? Or you would problem solve that. Am I right? Okay, very good. So then I'm going to continue on, and it's going to look very similar to this. And then I'm going to complain, oh my gosh, do I really have to? Oh, by the way, this next line, what is this next line going to say? How do I get to the second minute? What am I going to write for my second minute? Right, 1,500 times 1.03, and then what? What goes here? Yeah. Oh, it's not 1.03, it's 1 minus. So 0.97 times 0.97. Oh my gosh, Miss Johnson. And then Mr. Johnson's gonna complain again, yeah? Is Miss Johnson gonna complain again? Miss Johnson, you're so lazy. It's kind of true. Like, I have to type another 0.97. Oh my gosh. Drama, right? Very good. Okay. So some of you, you're on it and you understand what to move forward. What goes here? So some of you who are not on it, walk with me down this way. And I'd say, okay, a faster way to write this is going to be 15 times 0.97 to the 1, 2. Oh, to the second, right? Again, if you're going to be fancy like me, then you're going to highlight and then click math, and then it's fancy. Yes. Yeah, it just continues to decrease. So what is your equation here going to be? I've got one person telling me what my equation is here. Ooh, I got 2 people. I got 2. Ooh, I got 3. Okay, so let me be lazy. And I'm going to copy this one. Very good. So by the way, the people who are getting this right, I see, and you guys, oh man, I erased it. I see that they're making mistakes along the way, but making mistakes along the way means that you're doing it right? Making mistakes along the way means that your effort is there. You're not supposed to understand how to do this perfectly, right? Okay, so if this is what you got, that makes sense. If you don't understand this, look, 1500, 1500, 1500, 1500, 1500, it's all the same, right? 0.97, 0.97, 0.97, 0.97, it's all the same. Ms. Johnson, where did the to the T came from? Well, it came from the fact that we had that many, 3 in this case, 2 in this case, factors of 0.97. So if I'm at T minutes, I'm going to have T factors of 0.97. Okay. So I should be able to go up to any one of these numbers and be like, okay, but why is that number there? And you guys should all say, well, that's because that's how much gallons of water you had in the swimming pool to drain. Okay, well, where does this 0.97 comes from? Because look, I have no 0.97. And you guys should all say what? Wait. Where did this 0.97 come from? Where did the 0.97 come from? Where did this 0.97 come from? Yeah, it came from one takeaway 0.03. And why do we add up here? My mouse. Why did we add up here with the money? But why are we subtracting with this? Because of all what these people said. These people said, hey, Ms. Johnson, it's because this example was decreasing, but here I want my money to increase. And don't think, hey, Ms. Johnson, whenever it's money, it's going to be increasing. No, it's not. Because if I had a loan, right, and it was like $1,500, and I had to pay 3% per whatever month, maybe, then do you see how that's also decreasing? So just pay attention to the context, really. Okay, so this last couple problems here, and I'm going to kind of go fast. I do ask you questions like this on the test, so I want to make sure that you understand what I'm asking. So it says, hey, compare problems 1 and 3. What similarities and what differences do you see? Okay, so problem 3, oh, the money problem. Yeah, my savings account. And then problem 1, oh, this was also the pennies. Remember my little sister? My little sister had pennies. Remember? So what's the similarity between them? What's the similarity? Yes, very good. They're both increasing, meaning my little sister's piggy bank is getting heavier, and over here, my bank account's getting fatter, right? They're both increasing, okay? But what's the difference? What's the difference between these things? This one and this one. What's the difference between number 1? Yeah, they do have different solutions. Yes, Oh my gosh, one of them's arithmetic and one of them's geometric. Boom, drop the mic. That is so true. Okay, this one is arithmetic. Plus 3, plus 3, yeah, plus 3, plus 3, plus 3. Was this one arithmetic? No, look it. What does it say? Times, times, times. Muy bien. I'm like super happy clapping right now. Okay. These two were not the same. Number 1 and number 3, they both increased. Okay, now if I gave you a choice, whose account would you rather start with? Your account with $50 or your little sister's with pennies? Whose grows faster? Yours or your little sister's? Yeah, yours does, right? Heck yeah, I want this one, Ms. Johnson. Number 1, because it's $50 and not 5 pennies. Number 2, I'm only adding 3 pennies. So that's exciting to your little sister, but not exciting to you, right? Not at all. Like, hey, I'm going to give you 3 pennies every single day. None of you are like, yes, Miss Johnson, I'm going to be rich. None of you are like that, right? Here, this one, we saw that after 50 months, your amount of money nearly, no, it more quadrupled, right? Right? Very good. Okay. Let's see. The other ones, they're asking what the similarities and differences are. So then now they want you to compare 1 and 2. 1 and 2, if you remember this one, this one was increasing, and this is you're draining your, wait, no, what is this one? Yeah. You're still, both of these are still increasing, right? But this one is increasing at a different rate than the other one. Okay, so when I'm asking you for similarities and differences, everything that you talked about was perfect, especially you who noticed, Miss Johnson, this is geometric or exponential, and this one up here is arithmetic or linear. Okay, very good. The other thing that I want to talk about is this one doesn't have in between points. Remember we talked about it's the change happens all at one time. Boom, boom, right? As opposed to a line which slowly creeps up little by little, right? All right, so that's good. Give me a second.